Why does that one person keep occupying your thoughts? Whether it's an ex, a crush, or someone you barely know, it feels like they've taken up permanent space in your mind. No explanation, no invitation, just constant appearances you didn't sign up for. Surprisingly, this isn't just a random glitch in your brain. Carl Jung, one of the most brilliant minds in psychology, believed it's no accident. In fact, it might be a powerful clue to understanding yourself on a deeper level. So, what's really happening? Is it love, obsession, or something even more profound? Jung's theories explore concepts like the shadow, the anima and animus, projection and synchronicity, ideas that help uncover hidden truths about ourselves. Jung once said, "Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes." He believed the human mind is like a maze, filled with hidden paths leading to self-discovery. But instead of exploring these corners, most of us stick to the surface, preoccupied with daily life. Meanwhile, the unconscious mind works quietly in the background. When someone keeps showing up in your thoughts, Jung suggested it's a signal, not a coincidence. Think of your mind like an iceberg. The part you're aware of, your thoughts, feelings, and memories, is just the tip. The massive portion hidden below the surface, that's your unconscious mind. That's where your unresolved emotions, repressed desires, and hidden fears reside, silently shaping your thoughts and behaviors. When a person lingers in your mind, it could be a reflection of something deeper within you. Maybe they represent a quality you admire, a fear you've ignored, or an unresolved part of your past. The truth is, it's not always about them. It's about what they symbolize for you. So when someone keeps resurfacing in your thoughts, it's often because they've stirred something hidden deep in your unconscious mind. Maybe they said something that brought up an old memory, or they possess qualities you admire or wish you had. According to Carl Jung, these moments aren't random. They're signals from your mind. But don't worry, it doesn't mean you're destined to be stuck on them forever. Instead, it's an opportunity to understand yourself better by paying attention to what your thoughts are trying to reveal. Let's talk about Jung's shadow theory, an essential part of this process. When we say shadow, it's not the one you see on the ground. It's the hidden part of your psyche. This shadow consists of everything about yourself that you've denied, suppressed, or ignored because it doesn't align with how you want to see yourself. Here's the fascinating part. The people who linger in your mind might be reflections of your shadow. For example, you might admire someone's confidence because deep down, you struggle with self-doubt. Or maybe you're drawn to their creativity because you've neglected your own. On the other hand, someone who irritates you might embody traits you don't want to admit you have, like arrogance or impulsiveness. Jung believed that our relationships with others act as mirrors of our relationship with ourselves. When someone keeps occupying your thoughts, they might be a reflection of a part of your shadow that's asking for attention. It's as if your unconscious is nudging you, saying, "Hey, don't ignore this. We need to deal with it." Instead of obsessing over why they're in your mind, ask yourself, what part of me are they reflecting? What can I learn from this? Recognizing this is powerful. The shadow isn't something to be afraid of. It's a part of you that needs exploration and understanding. Jung put it perfectly when he said, "One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious." The people you think about often can teach you something valuable about yourself, whether it's qualities you need to develop, unresolved issues, or traits you need to accept. They hold a mirror up to your inner world. Embracing this process allows you to grow and integrate these hidden parts of yourself, leading to a deeper sense of self-awareness and emotional balance. Take a moment to reflect. What is this person's presence in your thoughts trying to show you? How can you use this as a stepping stone for personal growth? These are the questions that will help you turn this seemingly random mental loop into a path towards self-discovery and healing. Let's explore two of Jung's most fascinating concepts, the anima and animus. These archetypes represent the feminine and masculine aspects of our psyche and are key to understanding how we connect with others. The anima is the inner feminine in men, while the animus is the inner masculine in women. But don't get hung up on gender here. These are symbolic ideas that apply to everyone, regardless of identity. Now, how does this relate to someone taking up constant space in your thoughts? According to Jung, it might be because they resonate with your anima or animus. Maybe they align with your subconscious idea of a perfect partner, or they evoke qualities in you that you haven't fully explored yet. For example, You could be drawn to their emotional vulnerability because it reflects something you're yearning for in yourself. Here's where it gets tricky. It's not always about attraction. The anima or animus can sometimes create illusions, making you see someone not as they truly are, but as your mind wants them to be. You might project an idealized version onto them, attributing qualities they don't actually have. This can lead to confusion and even disappointment when reality doesn't match the image in your head. Understanding this dynamic is a game changer. It shifts the focus from obsessing over them to reflecting on yourself. Instead of asking, "Why can't I stop thinking about them?" you begin to ask, "What part of me are they reflecting or awakening?" This perspective is a powerful tool for self-discovery. But there's more. These thoughts aren't just about who they are, they're about what's happening inside you. Your anima or animus might be trying to balance aspects of your personality. For instance, if you're a highly logical person, you might be captivated by someone deeply intuitive because your unconscious craves that emotional balance. Or if you've repressed your assertiveness, you might find yourself fascinated by someone bold and outspoken. By recognizing these patterns, you can start to uncover parts of yourself that have been hidden or underdeveloped. The anima and animus don't just influence relationships with others, they help you understand your relationship with yourself. Jung believed that integrating these inner aspects leads to wholeness, allowing you to grow into the best version of yourself. So, the next time someone dominates your thoughts, pause and reflect. What do they represent? Is it a quality you admire, an unresolved part of yourself, or an illusion created by your unconscious? This shift in focus can transform your understanding of relationships and, more importantly, deepen your self-awareness. The more you explore this dynamic, the more you'll see that it's less about them and more about you. The anima and animus are like inner guides, helping you uncover the hidden layers of your psyche. And by engaging with them, you unlock the potential for profound personal growth. Jung believed that much of what we feel about others has less to do with them and more to do with us. This concept is called projection. Think of it as your mind creating a movie, where you take your thoughts, desires, and fears and cast someone else as the main character. But here's the twist. The story you're watching is really about you. Let's break this down. Suppose you admire someone for their ambition. It might actually be a quality you wish you had more of, or something you already have but haven't fully embraced. On the flip side, if someone irritates you, it could be because they remind you of traits you dislike or fear in yourself, like being overly judgmental or emotionally distant. Your mind uses them as a mirror to reflect back parts of you that need attention. Here's the tricky part. Because projection feels so real, it's easy to believe your feelings are facts. You might think they're incredible or they're the worst without realizing you're really talking about aspects of yourself. Jung saw this as a golden opportunity for personal growth. Instead of focusing on the person, he suggested asking yourself, what am I really seeing here? What does this reveal about me? Take a moment to reflect. If you're obsessing over someone, whether in admiration or annoyance, stop and think about why. What qualities of theirs stand out to you? Are they highlighting something you've suppressed or neglected in yourself? Maybe their confidence shines a light on your self-doubt, or their kindness reminds you of a compassion you've been too scared to show. Owning your projections is a powerful step. It's not about blaming yourself, it's about understanding yourself. When you recognize that your feelings toward others often mirror your inner world, you stop giving them so much control over your thoughts. You can reclaim those parts of yourself and use them for growth. It's not an easy process. It requires honesty and a willingness to face parts of yourself you've been avoiding. But as Jung wisely said, everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. This isn't just about fixing your relationships with others, it's about deepening your relationship with yourself. Projection is like your unconscious mind waving a flag, saying, "Pay attention." The more you explore what triggers your feelings, the more you'll uncover hidden aspects of your personality. And with that understanding, you'll find a sense of balance and clarity that allows you to move forward with confidence. So the next time someone occupies your thoughts, take it as an opportunity. Ask yourself, what are they showing me about myself? This mindset doesn't just make you more self-aware, it sets you free from the need to look for answers in others. The truth is, those answers have been within you all along. It's not just a coincidence. Think about this. You've been thinking about someone for days, and suddenly they call or text. Or maybe you're walking down a street and unexpectedly run into them after weeks of no contact. It feels uncanny, almost like the universe is nudging you or playing a subtle game. Carl Jung had a name for this: synchronicity, or meaningful coincidences. And according to him, these moments are anything but random. Jung described synchronicity as events connected not by cause and effect, but by meaning. It's when your inner world and outer reality align in ways that feel too significant to ignore. For instance, if someone keeps resurfacing in your thoughts and then you encounter them unexpectedly, it could be a sign that your unconscious mind is tuned into something important. Maybe your deep focus on them is influencing the way you perceive the world around you. Or perhaps, as Jung believed, there's an unseen force at play, a bridge between your thoughts and reality. Here's the fascinating part. Synchronicity isn't just a random occurrence to brush off. Jung saw it as a wake-up call, a moment to pause and reflect on what it means. Why is this person showing up in your life in such a striking way? Are they tied to an unresolved emotion, a choice you're hesitant to make, or a fear you're avoiding? Or could they be highlighting a quality in yourself that you've overlooked? Instead of dismissing these events as mere coincidence, treat them as clues. They're a nudge from your unconscious, or maybe even the universe, urging you to pay closer attention. Jung believed synchronicity was a constant reality for those willing to notice it. He described it as a deeper connection between your mind and the world around you, revealing truths you might otherwise miss. The next time you experience a synchronistic moment, don't just shake your head and move on. Ask yourself, what does this mean for me? What part of my life needs my attention right now? These events often carry insights into your personal growth and emotional healing, but only if you're willing to decode their message. How to decode your thoughts. Now that we've explored Jung's theories, let's talk about what you can actually do to understand why someone keeps living in your mind. His ideas aren't just theoretical. They're practical tools for self-awareness and transformation. Here are 3 steps to help you decode what's happening. Acknowledge the connection. First, recognize that these thoughts or encounters aren't random. Whether it's projection, shadow work, or synchronicity, there's meaning behind why this person is occupying your mind. Write down your thoughts and feelings about them. What emotions come up? Are they positive, negative, or mixed? Identify the trigger. Think about what they represent for you. Is it a quality you admire or a trait you dislike? Maybe they remind you of someone from your past, or highlight a part of yourself you've been ignoring. The key is to figure out what's being mirrored back to you through your interactions or thoughts about them. Take action. Once you understand the message, decide what to do with it. If they represent a fear or unresolved emotion, work on addressing it. If they inspire you, think about how you can embody those qualities in your own life. Synchronicity is often a call to grow or heal, so don't let the opportunity pass by. Jung believed that these moments of connection, whether in thought, dreams, or real life, offer us a chance to better understand ourselves. When you stop viewing them as distractions and start treating them as insights, you gain the power to shape your reality. So the next time you feel like someone is living rent-free in your head, remember, they might just be the messenger, not the message itself. The real answers lie within you. Step 1. Reflect. Start by asking yourself, what emotions do I feel when I think about this person? Are you inspired by their confidence, frustrated by their aloofness, or maybe you're drawn to their sense of adventure? Identifying these emotions is the first step to understanding what they represent in your life. It's not just about their behavior, it's about what their presence triggers in you. Step 2. Analyze, dig deeper into the meaning behind those feelings. For example, if you admire their creativity, it might mean you're longing to express more creativity in your own life. If their rejection stings, it could be uncovering an old wound related to self-worth. Reflect on these questions to gain clarity. Journaling can be especially helpful here. It creates a safe space to explore your inner world. Or try meditating and let your mind surface the deeper connections you may not have noticed. Step 3. Act. Now comes the most important part, using these insights for personal growth. If this person represents something you're missing, ask yourself how you can work on that. Maybe it's time to boost your confidence, explore your creative side, or heal emotional scars you've been avoiding. This journey isn't about changing the other person or even winning their approval. It's about transforming yourself. Here's the key. By understanding why someone occupies your thoughts, you can break free from an obsessive mental loop. Instead of feeling trapped, turn those thoughts into a guide, a roadmap for self-improvement. As Jung wisely said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. Our minds are like treasure maps, and every thought or emotion is a clue leading us to deeper self-awareness. When someone lives rent-free in your head, don't push it aside. Instead, treat it as an invitation to explore hidden parts of your unconscious. Unlock those parts of yourself that you didn't even realize were there. Because in the end, it's not just about them, it's about you. The people who linger in our thoughts often hold the keys to our growth. Take this as an opportunity to grow into the best version of yourself. Take a deep breath, trust the process, and dive into what your mind is trying to show you. Call to action. Now that you've learned how to turn obsessive thoughts into self-discovery, here's your next step. Watch my previous video on 5 things that happen to a woman when you simply disappear. It's a powerful exploration of how absence can speak louder than words and the impact it leaves behind. Click now to uncover the psychological ripple effects of your actions and learn how to take back control in any relationship. Don't miss it. This might just change how you view your interactions forever.